It's Yash. All right, so this isn't about criticism or trying to shame ourselves or nothing like that. It's just about sober introspection, seeing, seeing clearly the subtleties of how ego works, how lust works, how edging sexual tendency habits work, how we try to get dopamine hits through the day, or how we try to build up our self-esteem or self-worth through ways that that don't work. They just give us a quick little something, little euphoria, and a little boost. See, we don't want we want organic transformation. This is what we want. We don't want little sugar hits and little homeopathic spiritual little pills that give us some jolt and, oh, I'm somebody, and then 5 seconds later, like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm not important anymore. You see, we want stability. So how do you get that? You got to look at stuff. You got to call out the mind, catch out the ego. See, people get uncomfortable with that because they think that's who they are. Somebody that knows that's not who they are, you're happy. You're happy if somebody calls you out in a nice way. It's not like, yeah, you dumbass, why you do? No, it's like, oh, you noticed that, man? Like when you were talking to that girl and she was talking to you, you were kind of you weren't being so authentic. You were kind of going into a character because you wanted to impress her more. She was giving you some attention, like she was impressed, and something in you saw that, and so you wanted to milk that. So then you started maybe going more into the actor role of, oh yeah, you're impressed by that? Well, check this. Look what I did 2 years ago. Oh, look what I'm doing now. You see? We put English on our so-called good qualities because we want recognition. You gotta check that. So that's what we're doing here. So three ways where you catch yourself. A lot of people miss this. This is subtle stuff. See, this channel's more about subtle. It's not about like the obvious level, gross level, superficial level, like things that are just obvious. We already know that, don't we? So let's get into the more subtle stuff, because when you uproot the subtle negative tendencies, this is when real spiritual transformation can happen. It's all in the subtleties. People miss that. But we're not missing it here because we're going over it. All right. So one way, I used to do this, especially because I've been going to 12-step meetings. Well, I haven't been, it's been some years. I mean, sometimes I'll go on Zoom or something. I like them. But I started going when I was 15 and a half. I went into a rehab because I couldn't quit smoking weed and I was losing my mind. People don't know how addicting weed can be and how hard it is to get off for some people, Other people are like, what do you mean, just quit? Yeah, man, you don't understand. Some of us know. So I had to go to rehab to get off it. And fortunately, that rehab had Narcotics Anonymous meetings, 12-step meetings, and I really liked them. And then I found out there's a 12-step meeting for almost everything. Chronic pain, and sex addicts, and edging addicts, and food addiction, and just everything. OCD, you name it. And so use that. Use that tools that the universe put here. And you can go to meetings online on Zoom. How much more easy does it have to be? It can be in any country. As long as you have an internet, you can go to a meeting. Anyway, I used to approach these girls in the meetings. See, because the meetings are good places to find people that need help, sick people. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna help this poor girl. I'm gonna shower my knowledge and wisdom on her. I just got clean myself, and I'm you know what I mean? And so, but really, so the ego, the justification would be, oh, I'm serving her, I'm helping her. This is God. God's making me do this. I'm doing God's work. But see, underneath that, I needed that female attention and energy. I wanted her to be impressed with me. I wanted her to be, revere me for helping her. My self-esteem. I was trying to get self-esteem from that. And so then you get in trouble, after a while, because then you find these needy, look, when everybody's sick on some level, it's good not to be in it's good not to be in such a close relationship, because all this sickness is going to come out. But ironically, paradoxically, that's how we get it out sometimes. We gotta get ourselves involved in something that's just not going to work. Not in terms of having a successful, balanced, healthy relationship. It works in terms of uprooting your shortcomings and showing you like what you need to work on. But still, even then, you can miss that. People just blame the other person. Oh, I was just with an idiot, and I got upset because they're an idiot. No, you got upset because you got problems in you that get upset, make you get upset. Your perception of things, And then and somebody says, no, but I'm a total victim. Look what they're doing. Well, why are you with them? You see? So we always got to point the finger back. There's a saying that says it's a spiritual axiom. Anytime I'm disturbed, no matter what the cause is, it's my fault on some level. You got to apply that principle of introspection in your life if you really want to get ahead. If you really want to get ahead in life and really, really find out the ego in all ways, just make everything your fault. That's a high-level spiritual principle. Do it. Doesn't mean you stay in situations where you're getting abused. You recognize, oh yeah, this is an abusive situation. I should get out. You don't sit there and just keep complaining to somebody. Look how they treat me. And then, no, you leave. You get out. Anyway, so that was one thing about how you pretend like you're trying to help people and serve people, but really you're trying to get you want to have sex, basically, if you fast forward to the end, and then it's a real mess. People end up in prison over this stuff, so careful. What's another thing? Oh, I used to do this. Talk about the art of lovemaking and Tantra and Taoism. All that stuff, like whatever. I first meet a girl. You see, if our mind's clever, we work stuff out. Within the first minute of the conversation, I'll find a way to introduce this sex topic, and it'll seem like it's just an educational, innocent thing. It's just, we're talking about life and sex is natural and balance. And no, I'm not trying to get into your pants. No, we're just talking. Just happens to be a subject that I just talk about all the time. Yeah, I used to do that. I don't even care to talk about it anymore. Like, for what? When those motives aren't there anymore to try to get the girl or have sex, you'll find your whole conversation, your whole state of being and bearing and where you're coming from changes. This sexual instinct permeates people's lives on such deep level, it affects every aspect of their life and they don't even know it. You don't know it till you're free of it. Then there's contrast. Then you're like, whoa, that really used to dominate the hell out of my life. Damn, I'm glad I'm free of that. Whereas before, the mind would be like, oh, you don't want to be free of that? You're going to miss stuff. You're going to miss your goodies. How are you going to feel good in life if you give up that whole sexual pursuit and lusting, edging thing? And the opposite's true. You'll find real peace when you give all that up. That stuff's a restless world to live in. It's fun for a little bit. We all got to taste it. I'm not a hypocrite. Man, I tasted that stuff more than anyone. So I know. But I'm just saying. I'm on the other side of it. I'm trying to share both sides. I want to share the other side. If we hear the other side, that can activate your own deeper knowledge that already knows this, and maybe something inside will start paying attention to your higher self, and you can transcend this stuff quicker. Instead of hanging out with people and listening to people who are vivifying that, who are like, yeah, full on, man, sex, yeah, it's the best, yeah. So anyway, I'd talk about these subjects and stuff, and it would be a way to try to get them excited, like, ooh, he knows Tantra. Whoa, maybe he can show me some things. I'd be like, maybe. But I didn't really want to do it. I just wanted them to be impressed. Again, I was a real edger. I just wanted female hits of attention and attraction. That's all I wanted. I didn't really want to do the act because I was full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk a good game, but I couldn't really back it up. I didn't, you know. So careful if you start talking about getting into these subjects too much about sex. If you find yourself talking about that all the time when you're talking to a girl, you might want to look at yourself. Why are you talking about it so much? There's a lot of other things you can talk about. You don't have to bring that in. Last thing I used to do, a lot of people do this, especially when we're younger, go to the gym or the beach or go somewhere, spring break, wherever, and you wear provocative clothes. Spend your whole life killing yourself working out to get this body so that then other people will look at you. And then you wear the tight clothes or no clothes or go to a nude beach or whatever, and you want to get this attention. This is what they do at swinger parties. I went to a swinger party once years ago, high-end place, cost a couple $100 to get in. I wanted to check it, I wanted to see like what the hell's going on here. It was super high-end, man. So everybody there, they were so-called good-looking, they were young. They had like these Olympic-sized swimming pools and a few jacuzzis and everything. And people would be wearing all this provocative attire, like nothing. Some would wear nothing. Some would wear, it looked like something out of a Hollywood movie, truly. And I'm going to sum it all up like this. They were like all vampires, super edging addicts. And they wanted you to look at them when they're having sex. Because they can't just enjoy sex. That's boring now. They need their dopamine addiction has reached the point they need these extra hits. And so they want you to look at them. The problem is everybody's there to do the same thing. That's what everybody wants. So you got all these vampires but no victims. That's how I explain it. And I had nightmares when I went home that night. These weird sexual images. It was very toxic and poisonous, but it was cool to experience once. So I see how that stuff works. But a lot of people, younger people, girls too, girls do this, man. Everybody does it. Trying, just please look at me. And then a lot of them are like, please look at me. What the hell are you looking at? You see, that's in there too. Girls do that a little more. They wear these provocative clothes, short mini skirts, tight tank top, and they act like they get mad if you look at them. Yeah, it's a trip, the mind. This is all mind. This is all delusion and ego that we're here to transcend. So catch yourself if you're doing that. If you notice yourself, you're getting excited to go to the beach, and you tell yourself, no, I like nature. Yeah, I'm going to go to the beach. But really, you're there to see how much other people are checking you out. Or same with the gym. Or I haven't been to the gym since, 20 years. I don't like the gym. I don't like the energy. Everybody's looking in the mirror and I like to do body weight exercises in my house. I just like to stay fit. Why do I want to get a bunch of muscles and then I don't even like the attention I get? I used to spend all this time and energy killing myself, overeating, hurting my joints and everything to get this body so that people would look. And I don't even like the people that are looking are very superficial people. And then I'm complaining, why do I have so many superficial people in my life? I want depth, but yet my behavior was doing the opposite. So see, a lot of us, we're all conflicted, we're just, we need help. We need grounded guidance, just inner alignment with truth. This is what the channel's about. So check those yourself on those 3 things that I listed, see if you're doing it, and then you'll have awareness. You'll have more awareness in your life, and when there's awareness, then there's transcendence. That's how it is. This is how you transcend something. Not with grit and willpower, I'm not going to do it. No, you just become aware. You see what you're doing. You see that it doesn't work, it doesn't serve you, it's coming from ego. You see that long enough and clear enough, something just inside lets it go. That's real transcendence. Then you're not fighting it anymore. It's just gone. You don't even remember. You're like, why did I do that? That was silly. Because there's been a real character change. This is that's spiritual growth in the realest sense. Have a good day.